Good morning, VC. This is Glen Kellaway, your low-end music freak. It's Monday morning. Bit of a depressing day for Leaf fans. The Leafs disappointed us once again, but what else is new? They lost their playoff round to the Columbus Blue Jackets last night. Didn't show up, played a crappy game. Sometimes it just sucks to be a Leaf fan, but we always have music to cheer us up. So this morning, I wanted to show you some vinyl finds I've gotten over the last week. Let's start. I took a trip to my favorite record store in Cobourg, Ontario, Canada, Zap Records, and picked up a few things. First one was Wings Over America, Paul McCartney and Wings, triple album set. There's a bit of a, the vinyl, the cover's a bit ragged, not too bad. The albums are in pristine condition. I got that 3-record set for $9.95. I was pretty happy about that. It's one of my favorite live albums. Another album I picked up, another live one. Donovan In Concert. This is a UK pressing. It's got the old flimsy UK cover. It's on a Columbia label. In Concert at the Anaheim Convention Center. There's the label itself. Record's in excellent shape, no problem whatsoever. And also while I was there, I bought a new record. Well, not new because it's a new reissue, but not a new record. Jimi Hendrix, Band of Gypsies. This is a 50th anniversary issue. What I really loved about it, because I'm a sucker for this, is it's on red splattered vinyl. Really good. Actually sounds really good. It's a nice pressing. Another great live album. Geez, I didn't realize I had a theme going here for live records. That's really weird. First time I thought about it. Okay, so that was my purchases from Zap. I have on my want list for the longest time Concert for Bangladesh. It is, I can't find it anywhere. I didn't realize that album was so hard to get. I mean, you can always buy one on eBay for $100 or something, but I just didn't want to spend that kind of money. I found one in a record store in the West End of Toronto where the guy had his inventory online. He wanted $75, and then I was about 2.5 hour drive from him, so to ship it and everything, it was just going to cost me $100, and I just didn't want to pay that for it. So for some reason on Saturday, I thought of the album again, and I Googled Concert for Bangladesh for sale, and Cops Records came up. That's a record store in Toronto, and they also have a outlet in Oshawa, Ontario, which is about an hour west of me. They don't have their inventory online, but they had an email address, so I emailed them and asked, told them I was looking for Concert for Bangladesh. They responded quite quickly, actually, and said that there's a copy of it in the Oshawa store. It's at least VG condition for $39.95. They gave me, or $39.99. They gave me a phone number to call the store and said it was open on Sunday at noon. So 12 o'clock Sunday rolls around. I call the store and tell him I'm interested in this album and asked him what kind of condition it was, and he said, oh, well worth the drive. He said it's in excellent condition. So my wife Lynn and I and our dog Peyton, we hop in the car and make the hour drive to Oshawa. I go into Cop's store and ended up with an absolute beautiful, beautiful copy of Concert for Bangladesh. You know how when you have this album, this is always ripped and the corners are, I mean, it's just pristine. It's absolutely beautiful. The vinyl's in great shape. The booklet looks like it's never been opened. Not a mark on it, not a fingerprint, nothing. Beautiful. The vinyl itself, all 3 albums. Looks like somebody never played it. I mean, there's not a mark on any of the sleeves. The vinyl itself is pristine. I just was really, really happy to get this. It's something that's coming off my want list. So while I was there, I thought I'd look around a bit. And I found a couple other albums. So I'm a big fan of Quicksilver Messenger Service. Love the San Francisco sounds of the 60s. Quicksilver Anthology. I don't have any Quicksilver on vinyl. I've got a lot of CDs. And I'm having trouble kind of buying the vinyl that I want for a good price. So I thought the anthology is going to keep me going for a while. I got this for a good price. And it's got some of the classic old songs, Pride of Man and Mona and The Fool. Also more than the 70s stuff, Fresh Air and What About Me. They were kind of the FM hits of the early 70s. So love that. Got another live album. I think I like live albums. Jefferson Airplane, Bless Its Pointed Little Head. I paid $19.99 for this, but it looks brand new. Cover's in perfect shape. The vinyl's in perfect shape. R.C. Victor label. Excellent, excellent album. Excellent live album. I also picked up, I'm trying to fill up my McCartney catalog here on vinyl. I got Red Rose Speedway for $9.95. Again, in really, really nice shape. It has the booklet in it, and album's in great condition. And I bought one record new. Funny, Robert Hagerman from Robert's on My Turntable showed this Big Star album the other day. He had the one with the actual star on the cover, and he just picked it up. And I'd been looking for a Big Star album, and so I ended up buying Radio City, which is a really, really good album. I'm really enjoying this. I'd never heard it before, and playing it yesterday, I was really impressed. Great rockin' album. Big Star. And one other album, Pretenders. I saw the Pretenders in 1986, I think it was, in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, at Northlands Coliseum. Iggy Pop was the opening act. Great show. I have a crazy story to tell about that show, but I'll save that for another day. Anyway, first album. This has got Stop Your Sobbin' on it, and Kid, and Brass in Pocket, Precious. Great, great album. Great debut album from the Pretenders. So that's it for the vinyl. Now I want to introduce a new segment to my show. To my channel, my show. Like I'm a TV star. It's called Uncle Glenn's Show and Tell. I'm going to do this periodically when I have something that I might be of interest. So any of you want to come up and sit on Uncle Glenn's knee, I'll tell you a little story. 1999, my wife Lynn and I were married, honeymooned in England. So we're both, well, obviously the Beatle thing was a big draw. And also we're both big fans of the television show Coronation Street. My wife's been watching it since she was a little kid. And she got me hooked on it in the early 90s, and I've been watching now for 25 years or more. Anyway, so we flew into Manchester and we did a tour of Granada Studios and went on Coronation Street and did all that stuff. But as soon as we got to Manchester, we rented a car and we drove to Liverpool, and we stayed there for 3 days and we soaked in all the Beatle history. We took that Magical Mystery Tour bus, and it kind of goes around to all the historic Beatles sites. It stops at a few of the ones where you could actually stop and get out and enjoy, soak it in a bit. Strawberry Fields and Penny Lane, and stop in front of Paul's house and George's childhood home and Ringo's. But when it came to John's house, I know it's on a bit of a busier street. They didn't stop. They just went, there's John's house. They might have slowed down just so we could take a look at it. And I was really disappointed in that. Because, I don't know, I'm sure any of you Beatle fans who are watching this, if you're like me, I've read at least 100 biographies on the Beatles, maybe more. The stories of John's childhood, that home, Mendips on Menlove Avenue, Aunt Mimi and Uncle George and Julia's mom leaving the house and getting hit by the car, and just the whole history. It almost seems like you grew up there with them. You know it so well. So we went back to the house so we could soak up the atmosphere. We're standing in front of the house and just looking at it and reminiscing about all the Beatle history, and just kind of had a warm feeling and standing there. And it was privately owned at the time, and there was a sign on the lawn saying private property, do not trespass. I believe now that it's a historic site, and you can now visit the home. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what it was. But in 1999, that was possible. So, I mean, I traveled 2,000 miles to come and see this house, and it was almost like an Elvis fan going to Graceland, I guess. And that sign didn't stop me from walking up the driveway and touching the house, and this little piece of cement off the house was there for me just to pick at and take a little piece. So I just want to show you. There is my picture of John's house, and over on the side there is a little piece of John's house. So this is kind of a big memento of mine. It's kind of cool. I feel like I have my own personal little bit of Beatles history. So that's my show and tell for the day. Uncle Glen will leave you now, and hope you guys all have a nice day. Take care.